It's over. And it has to go. We need to replenish, we need to get back to square one. We had Rudolph Giuliani, who was our mayor. We had Governor Pataki, who was the greatest mayor that we have. And we also had a great senator named Alphonse de Malo. Did we forget those people? And the city was in wonderful circumstances. We can do the same thing in the 21st century going forward in. And if we don't do that, if you bring the same old crowds back again, are you going to see any kind of changes or anything that's going to differentiate? You see, my uncle once says, it's not the word that's better, it's different. The question is, how do we differentiate? Not how do we make it better, but how do we differentiate all the things that have been going on in terms of the things that are passing. And they're not really passing things that should be passing that's going to affect the city as a whole. Some bills, yes, but what about other bills? What about, first of all, what about the financial aid for people who want to go for higher education? I want to sponsor a bill that, why is that tap and Pell not being sponsored in higher education? Why is it that when you go to graduate school, everything has to be out of pocket, and that you have to pay for your tuition? If you have it in undergraduate school, why can't we have it in graduate school? So you have to think out of the box, and that's what a lot of the Republican people do in power, because they think out of the box, they reinvent the wheel, they're very creative in what they do, and very innovative. Case in point, you see what President Trump is doing. He's even policing Washington, D.C., as we're speaking, putting the National Guards and every police force to combat the crime